I'm Vivi.
And I'm me.
I'm Viviana. I'm an Italian student. I'm 20 years old. And
This is that awkward moment when you suddenly forget how to introduce yourself. Fortunately, Jayne already knew these things, but for you all, as I was trying to say, I'm an Italian student, I'm 20, I live in the northwest of the country, and I'm studying Italian, Latin, and Greek language and literature at the university, as I would like to teach it in the high schools.
And I'm Jayne, and I'm an actress, a mother, a wife, and I love supporting women's creativity, women's voices. Just a little bit about what I've acted in. I most recently have been on a show called Bluff City Law. I was on House of Cards for years, playing Kathy Durant. And I was on Criminal Minds in 24, and I'm very proud I did a one-woman show about the governor of Texas, Ann Richards, the Maverick Ann Richards. And I met Vivi because she was doing a college project that wanted to discuss women in my field, the entertainment industry. Take it away, Vivi.
We did this interview because I needed it for my project. So I wrote her on Instagram and she replied. And we did this question and answer video that if you haven't seen yet, you should check on Jayne's profile. But I wanted to talk more with her because she's amazing.
And I wanted to talk more with Vivi because I find her to be incredibly intelligent and fun and just forward thinking. And again, as I said, I wanted to encourage her voice. And she's 20 and I'm 61. But I just like the sound of 60 better.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, wow, she's in Italy. I'm here actually in the Berkshires in the United States. There is this big ocean that divides us, and there's a big age gap. So I felt like it would be wonderful if we talked to each other about different things, and I could get her perspective, and I could share my perspective, and that you all who are listening would enjoy the conversation.
Yeah.
So that's how we got to know each other, and I'm very excited for me and Vivi. That's how we met, and then we have the next section of our show called Getting to Know You, and we'll include all of you who are listening as we move along, but this is our first episode, and we thought, if we're going to have a conversation, why don't we get to know each other? So our first question to each other was, Vivi, what is your favorite color?
As you can see, my favorite color is purple. So many different tones of purple. All my bedroom is purple. I'm going to show this to you. So the walls are purple and my bed is purple too. And I have a carpet that is purple too, right here.
Oh my!
And my glass are purple too. Yeah. So everything is purple. And so tell me, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is sun-kissed yellow, Provençal yellow, the south of France. They have the cobalt blue and orange, and then this beautiful warm yellow color. And it just makes me happy. I love when I see it. I love the glow that comes off of it. And yellow is supposedly a color of learning. And I think that's something that is true about me, is that I'm always looking to learn something new, which is another reason why I want to do Me and Vivi.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite color. And I know other purple people, I call them. And it's a very interesting thing. When you're a purple person, everything is purple.
Yeah.
And I do think there must be a special planet that you all came from, because one of my dearest friends is a purple person, and I look for purple things for her all the time. And I asked her, I said, so what is the, meaning behind the color purple? And she wasn't really sure. But from my understanding, the color purple is a very high spiritual color. Um, I think of the peacock plume. I think there's a lot of purple. And in royalty, there's the color
Yeah.
purple. So I think those are some of your qualities, is that you're highly spiritual and you're a queen.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. And next question of getting to know you is, what is your favorite food? And you can't
Food.
say pizza.
Oh my God, why I can't?
No, of course you can. What is your favorite food?
Okay, I'm going to say pizza, and I'm going to say uh, desserts. I love desserts so much, every kind of dessert. Yeah.
My favorite food, my favorite thing to eat is ice cream. Particularly, I love coffee ice cream with chocolate sauce and or fudge and a cookie and whipped cream. Oh my God, it's
Now I'm
just,
starving.
I know. Sorry. So I really, you know, as part of my last meal ever, I would definitely have a big parfait of different flavor ice creams and sauces and whipped cream, because my second favorite is whipped cream. I love whipped cream.
Yeah, you say that the last part of your meal is usually ice cream, and
Yes.
sometimes my meal is ice cream. So sometimes I only eat ice cream for dinner, most of all, or lunch. When I'm at the college, I go out and have an ice cream for lunch. Yeah.
See, I think that is fabulous, and I'm going to try that.
You should.
I might have to do it in secret. But
Yeah.
then maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just say, well, around here sometimes we'll say, life's too short, have dessert first. Right?
Yeah. Life is
I
too
love
short.
that you
Have
just said
only
that.
dessert.
Only dessert. Only dessert. Now, our next question of getting to know you is a little more in depth. We're going to go a little deeper. And that is, what is your most meaningful experience in your life, and what was the most difficult experience? And let's switch it around. Let's start with the more difficult or the worst experience that you had, and then let's end with the best.
Yeah. Um, okay, I have to think a bit about it. But the most difficult, I think it's easier to think about, as I consider myself very lucky, so I haven't had many difficult experiences in my life. But I think that it would definitely be my grandpa's dad, because I think that my generation is very close to their grandparents, because they my grandparents retired when they were younger than my parents. So my mom got me when she was 29, and my dad was 33, and my grandma was only 53, and she was still working, and they I had to go to a nursery school because they had to go back to work. And my grandpa, who was already retired, said, no, she's not going to go to a nursery school. I'm
Oh,
going to look
really?
after her. So he did. I was about 9 months when he started looking after me, and he did until I turned 6 and I went to the school. And even when I went to the school, he used to pick me up at school and bring me to the park or to my ice skating class. And I spent every summer of my life with my maternal grandparents. And yeah, he died when I was 18, 2 days before my 18th birthday. And
Okay.
it was really hard because we buried him on my birthday.
Oh.
And I suddenly moved to the seaside with my grandma because she needed it. So I was born on the 8th of July, so it was summer. And I spent the summer trying not to think about it and to keep my grandma positive and to cheer her up and to show strength. And then at the end of the summer, I finally break down and I started the grieving process. So it was really hard to bear because I was starting my last year at the high school, and then I had to do my exam, and I was already tired when I started the year because I had a very difficult summer. So I think this was my most difficult period, because even if people say, oh, it was 80, that's normal, that's not, because we are never too prepared to lose someone we
That
love.
you love.
So when I heard some people saying, oh, who cares about the COVID, it only kills old people, I would kill them, because that's not, if they are old, it doesn't mean that no one loves them. So,
And it doesn't mean that their life isn't still valuable.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law is living with us, and she's 87, and she walks 5 miles a day. Rain or shine. If it's raining, she walks inside the house. If it's beautiful outside, she's becoming famous in the neighborhood here. Following Babu, I'm following Babu. She's ahead of me, and she's done so many miles that I will never catch up. But I'm doing it anyway. I'm following Babu. I'm following Babu.
Put this in your pocket and see how many miles you do.
I'll put this in my pocket and see how many miles I do.
What do you have on it so far?
I don't have any miles so far. And you told me that this necklace that you're wearing, because I said we both are wearing necklaces. I have a peace sign, and that's a necklace that your grandfather gave you when you were 6 years old.
yeah, my grandparents.
So beautiful.
When
It's a little diamond.
Yeah, it is. And I always wear it. Always. Even when I go to the sea and I swim, and I always wear it. So, yeah.
So my worst experience is a little, my worst experience when I was younger was I had learned to drive, and I was driving my sisters around, and I was going somewhere, but I was a new driver, and I was in my mother's car, and I don't know how it happened, and my parents were waving goodbye to me, and I was backing out of the driveway, and in my mother's car, I hit and crashed my father's car. And they're waving to me, and I just didn't know how it had happened. I didn't understand what had happened, but I knew it was bad to crash both cars at the same time.
I'm so sorry. This is
So
funny.
I opened the door and I looked at them. I burst into tears and I ran away.
No.
I ran around the block and just sat there sobbing. And later they told me they started to laugh because of how crazy it was, but also because I was crying. And I just thought, how am I going? I don't even know. I don't even know what to do now. Who does that? Who does that?
Oh my
And
God.
I ended up going back, and I honestly don't remember what happened after that, but that was pretty darn bad. And I had a few more after that, and eventually they took my driver's license away from me. I'm a better driver now. So that was pretty bad. And they didn't make me pay for anything because I was a new driver, but for me, right in that moment, it was kind of the end of the world. I just didn't see any future after that.
Oh my God.